All right, beginner guitarists, we're going to take a look at one new chord, one sort of changed up chord, and then we're going to take a look at a classic song called Stand By Me, made famous by Benny King, but written by Lieber and Stoller, a songwriting pair who very prolific, lots of songs. So the new chord we're going to take a look at is E minor, and E minor is dead simple. You just need two fingers. I'm going to move that down here. You need a index finger and a ring finger. Sorry, I got some paint on my hands from the job I was doing today. Both of these fingers go on the 2nd fret, and they go on the 5th or A and D or 4th string respectively. So it looks like that. And so this index finger is on that 2nd fret there. The ring finger is below it. Or sorry, the middle finger is below it. And this is a 6-string strum. Minor chords, this is called E minor. Minor chords are kinds of chords that you hear in ballads, and they've got this kind of deeper, mysterious sounds. All of the chords you've learned otherwise are called major chords. We don't call them major chords. They're just, if it's just a chord letter like G, C, D, then it's actually major. So you now know A major, you know D major, E major, G major, D major, C major, and now you know a minor chord, E minor. Here's the great thing about E minor. Often people find it very easy to learn and remember where it is because it's dead simple, but it's also a great one for transitioning. Watch my hand here when I go to a G, and you'll notice that my index pointer finger doesn't move. G, E minor, G, E minor. Now watch me go to a C and watch my middle finger. E minor, C, E minor, C. So that middle, it's a great chord because it's kind of got a root that can stay there for other chords. And I've said before, the best guitarists are the laziest ones, and I don't mean they don't practice. I mean they look for those sorts of things and say, oh, geez, I don't need to move as much as I thought I did. The other thing, too, is even getting into a D chord here is nice because I'm on the 2nd fret, and watch what happens to both of these fingers. They both stay on the 2nd fret to get to D. So it's kind of nice there, even though there's a lot more movement between those. G, D, E minor, and C, those 4 chords in various permutations go together very well. They are the basis of a lot of music. Is not necessarily those 4 exact chords, but those 4 chords as a grouping in a key they go together very well. So the song we're going to take a look at today uses G, it uses E minor, it uses C, and it doesn't use D. It uses a variation of D called D7. However, you can choose to learn D7, or you can just play a D every time you see D7 in the song posted Stand By Me. However, a D7 looks like this. If I were in a C chord right here, I will keep my index pointer finger on the fretboard and I will move to there. My middle finger is on the 2nd fret 3rd string known as G. My ring finger is on the 1st string known as E, 2nd fret, and it's still 4 strings. And this is a D chord, and this is a D7. You may not be able to hear the difference in that yet, but you will. And if you just want to play a D for the parts in Stand By Me, that's fine as well. So Stand By Me. If you think in bars of music, there are 2 bars of G, there are 2 bars of E minor, there is 1 bar C, 1 bar D, and back to G. That's the whole pattern. And you can choose to play it a few ways. You can do this, I'm going to back up a bit so you can see both my hands. You can do this stopping with my right hand here. that takes us everything. There's only one minor alteration that I'll talk about in one moment, but that's it. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. And I repeat. So that was, I was doing 2 strums per bar, so that would be 1 bar of G, 2 bars of G, 1 bar, or you have E, 2 bars of E, 1 bar of C, 1 bar of D, or D7, 2 bars of G, and then it repeats. That's one way to strum it. You can also, if you want, just kind of go and up and down. If you want, that's okay as well. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. The chorus is the same. So won't you stand by me? Oh, 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 stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me, stand by me. What you might want to do is try to do one kind of strum for the verses and one kind of strum for the chorus. That's it. There's only one part where you can choose to change things up, and it happens just before each chorus. So if I were finishing a verse like this, just as long as you stand by me, you can choose to, instead of playing 2 Gs in a row before you start the pattern again, you could choose to play a couple D7s, a bar of D7, so 2 strums or whatever, before hitting the chorus. And it would sound like this. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand. And it's just for whenever you hear them sing, darling, darling, stand, you can put that D chord in there. Stand by me, pretty straightforward, 4 chords. You learn these 4 chords, and you learn to go between G, D, E minor, and C in any pattern whatsoever, and you're fast at going between them. And you have the ability to play like 95% of popular music. I think back to dating myself a little bit, the Bare Naked Ladies' first album, the Yellow Sandwich album. I think every single song on that album was those 4 chords in different patterns. Dead simple. They did all right. $1 million? Yeah, right here. G. If I had $1 million, G, D, and C. That's the whole shebang. A lot of songs like that. So learn those chords, practice those chords, go between them. Feel free to ask for my email if you want to message me and ask me any questions, or you can ask for the PDF that I've attached to the ESB class for Stand By Me. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks for coming.